Hello my friends, today is going to be peppermint cookies for Christmas for dogs. What you will need for this is peppermint oil, peanut butter, 1 egg, baking powder, water, and oats simply for oat flour. I'm going to be using a mixer for this. I'm going to first add in half a cup of water, followed by 1 egg, and with that in the mixing bowl, I'm going to be mixing it up before I add in any of the dry ingredients. Now that I have those two ingredients mixed up, I'm going to continue by adding 1/3 cup of peanut butter. With that in, I'm now going to add 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. And with that in, I'm going to mix it some more before continuing. When you're mixing anything whatsoever, it's always a good idea to lower the bowl and scrape down the sides to make sure all of your ingredients are mixed in. Now that all of that is mixed in, I'm going to add in the oat flour, about 1/2 cup at a time, until I have the consistency I want for dough. Since I've run out of oat flour, I'm adding in some hard red whole wheat flour. If your dog has any wheat allergies, it would be good to use only oat flour. However, mine does not seem to have any wheat allergies whatsoever. Based on how much oat flour I put in before this though, I would recommend having at least 2 to 2½ cups for this recipe. Since the dough has come off the sides of the bowl, it looks good. Now for the peppermint oil. I'm going to only add about 2 or 3 drops of this in total. Peppermint oil is a pretty strong essential oil, and that's why you don't want a whole lot of it. Otherwise, it would completely overpower everything, and it'll probably taste something like candy canes. Keep in mind that along with peppermint oil, there's also peppermint extract. If you get the oil, you'll get only oil. However, if you get peppermint extract, you'll get the oil mixed with other things. Well, I got my bottle of peppermint oil. They also had the extract as well. However, the first ingredient for the extract was alcohol, and this is a horrible ingredient to give to your dog as well as yourself. However, with dogs, I believe it actually affects them more than it does people. Now that the peppermint oil is in, I will give this a final scrape down and then a final mixing. Now that I have the dough all all mixed up, it's time to roll it out. And the first thing you want to do, as I've said before, is always put some flour on your cutting board to keep the dough from sticking to the board, because if that happens, then you'll have to take it all up, remix it, and then try rolling it out again. This rolling pin I'm using is an adjustable rolling pin. These dies right here on the sides, you adjust it to hold it all roll out uniformly to the exact same evenness. And also, as I almost forgot just now, be sure to put a little bit of flour on top of the dough so it will not stick to your rolling pin. And the die that I'm using to roll this out with is 1/4 of an inch. Now that the dough is rolled out, you can take cookie cutters and start cutting them into whatever shapes you want. Also, in the spirit of Christmas, you could take these. What I meant to say was, in the spirit of Christmas, you could also dye the dough green or red, or take it half and half and do half green and half red. However, like I'm doing, you don't necessarily have to do anything more after you bake them, but if you want to, you could ice them for Christmas. When you've cut all the cookies out of your currently rolled dough, what you'll need to do is just gather it all up in a wad and then re-roll it once again and continue cutting cookies until there's no dough left. When you have all of the cookies cut out, you'll need to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees, ideally before then of course, and then it will need to be baked for about 30 minutes. When they are done, here's what they look like. The one in the upper left is just the remaining dough that I had that didn't amount to enough for cookie cutters, so I just rolled it out and baked it anyway. Here's what they look like with a little icing. Here's Clary with her first one. Here's Lucy with hers. Thank you all so much for watching and for subscribing. If you liked the video, please give it a like and a share. Merry Christmas, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.